Hello and welcome back. In this section, we are going to start our Python journey. Now, this journey can be actually very long, tiring, where we have to learn a lot of things to become proficient to use Python for our project core. But I will try to use some of the technique to rapidly make you a Python professional developer so we can go ahead and start the project code development. Now, when we talk about Python, it is out there for quite a while, but recently it's gaining a lot of popularity. Now, to understand why it's gaining so much popularity, you can watch the previous video regarding the use cases we can do with Python. At present, we have two flavors of Python, Python 2 and Python 3. Python 3 is basically an advanced and optimized version of Python 2, but most of the Python development has been already done with Python 2, and all the existing projects which are out there for quite a while will be using Python 2. So if you are working on any support project or really trying to implement a rollout of an existing big system which is built with Python, then you will be most likely to encounter Python 2. But by 2020, everyone has to migrate to Python 3 because Python org, which is a standard body of people who maintain Python, will be discontinuing the support of Python 2. So we are trying to learn Python, which is going to get obsolete in 2 to 3 years. Now, the major reason for doing that is if you're working in support project, then you will be mostly working with Python 2, and Python 2 and Python 3 are not much different. If you are understanding Python 2, then we will also have a small comparison and update of this course so that you also get an understanding of how to use Python 3. So at this moment, we will be basically going to use Python 2 for our project code development. Now, one more reason specifically why we are going for Python 2, understanding that we are still going to have an upgrade in Python 3 is because in later section of this particular course where we have to deal with Hadoop Spark, we will be using our Google Cloud Platform again, and we will be spinning the machine to run the Spark, and we will be writing almost all the programs of Spark with Python. Now in GCP, surprise, we have the Python version 2. So that is also the main reason why we are sticking with version 2. We are not old school, we are basically classical. That was a very bad joke, but let's continue. So coming back, there are 3 things we can go forwards if we are having no understanding of Python and want to learn Python. We have a dream. We want to build the next generation system in Python because we have seen from YouTube and a lot of other videos that this 2-snake logo, which is called Python, has the capability to crunch data, big volumes of data, has the capability to even pull out fast and very slick analytics, and also the inbuilt library of machine learning. So many videos, and that got us exciting. And we thought that one day we will be using this language. And if you are not in that category, then you still can be benefited from this section of the course where we will be exploring the basics of Python. We will be first going from a step 0, which is writing a hello world program, and going into some of the very simple operations like understanding variables, built-in functions. Then we will see the data structures, which we will be working a lot, like list, Tupples and Sets, and going to then dictionary structures like strings, and there are a lot of string operation because when it comes to data, a lot of them are basically string. So we should be able to have a mastery over some of the very commonly used string like split, understanding what is there in the string, what is not there in the string. So all those things which you might have experienced if you have used any programming language like JavaScript, C, C++, Java, or anything similar. And once we understand the basics, we will then look into the control flow. It's more like if-else condition. The way or the syntax is quite different here, and most of the if-else part is same. Then we'll look into the functional way of programming. We have modules which are like functions, and those functions do similar operation which we again from our previous experience of any programming language like JavaScript, C, C++, Java, will understand very quickly. Once we have done that, then I will give you a small glimpse of object-oriented programming with Python. This will be not very difficult like you have in Java, but it will be not that easy as well, because we have to basically understand all this prerequisite before and able to create some of the simple use case to understand it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you a Swiss Army knife. This is the knife which I bought. I can open a can, I can cut my nails, and also this looks very cool. Now the Swiss Army knife which we will be using is going to be Anaconda. Now Anaconda is basically combination of a lot of programs which is packed together. So basically you have to just download Anaconda and you have to install it. You will get a lot of things with it out of the box, and it also provides an environment for you which is quite handy, because sometimes when you are beginner in Python, you are not familiar so much in the terminal, that black window where you write programs and run codes. So most of the experienced programmer show off with this terminal, and I'm going a little too far, but that's what my personal opinion is. So anyways, so let's come back to our Anaconda installation. Once we have installed Anaconda, then we will introduce you a wonderful tool called Jupyter. More about Jupyter in the next section. So to summarize, we will be basically going ahead and learning Python 2. And this is basically a beginner course. If you are already comfortable with Python and are quite familiar with it, then skip this part and go ahead to the next section of project code. So let's get started on downloading Anaconda and installing it. Hey there, check out UI5CN for awesome hands-on courses on enterprise technologies like SAP and more. To watch similar videos, subscribe to UI5CN YouTube channel.